delighted to be with four-time Big Ten champion from Michigan, the great Olivia Karras. And Olivia, simply put, so much anticipation for what we're going to see tonight.
Dean, this is one of the most exciting competitions I have ever had the pleasure to watch. It's going to come down to the last routine to crown a Big Ten champion.
Of course, Olivia won the all-around competition. So many great all-arounders tonight.
There are, and we have to start with Lexi Ramler. She's the reigning Big Ten all-around champion from 2021. She has been outstanding in her fifth-year season. She is chasing perfection on all four events, but keep your eyes on her for the all-around because she is lights out this year. Natalie Wojcik is the 2019 Big Ten all-around champion, and she holds the Michigan all-around record with a 39.825. Big stuff coming out of the senior from Ann Arbor. Sierra Brooks is the 2021 National All-Around Runner-Up champion. She has been crucial to the Wolverines this season, notching career highs in perfection across the board. And finally, you can't talk about the all-around picture without the fireball that is Skyla Schulte. She has helped Michigan State to 3 program records this year, and she's just getting started.
And you're just getting started. A whole lot more athletes to talk about.
There are so many superstars in this competition. Anna Loper, one of them. Keep your eyes on her. Perfect on vault 3 times. Maya Hooten, perfect on floor 3 times this season. Gabby Wilson, twice on floor, perfect 10. The floor competition is fierce. Abbey High School has been clutch for Michigan across the board. Reina Gugino, the only second gymnast in NCAA history to get a 10 in the leadoff position. Gabby Stephen, the freshman from Michigan State, has been on fire. And then Jenna Layback leading the Buckeyes across the board. Britney Spears' floor routine, she's fun to watch.
So the table is set, and to get here, we have 4 outstanding coaches. Mike Rowe in his 5th full year leading his alma mater, Michigan State, and he has Michigan State returning to some glory. A job well done for Mike Rowe. Michigan State will start tonight on the vault. Jenny Hansen was an outstanding gymnast at Minnesota. She's been an outstanding coach. 3-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. Minnesota will start tonight on the bars. The Michigan Wolverines, led by the legend that is Bev Plotke. She won the national championship last year for Michigan. Bev Plotke, a Hall of Famer at West Virginia, the real deal.
She is the real deal, and Michigan is looking fierce tonight, led by Bev, and they're actually, fun fact, wearing the leotards they wore the national championship in, hoping for an exciting evening tonight with them, and then off they go to retirement.
Meredith Polisiewicz won a national championship as an athlete at Utah, trying to bring that winning mentality, now in her 5th year as the head coach at Ohio State. Obviously, she is super charged up to be the host coach tonight.
She is, and one of the things Meredith talked to us about before this competition was how exciting it is to be in this session. It's truly an honor to have a regular season record that places you in the evening session, specifically this season when all of these teams have been lights out, career and record-breaking performances across the board. It's going to be one of the best Big Ten championships in history.
It is sold out at Cavelli, and Meredith Polisiewicz has delivered the goods. This is why Michigan number 3, Minnesota number 8, Michigan State number 12, and Ohio State 16. Congratulations to Iowa. They won the earlier session, so they are the quote leader in the clubhouse. Illinois and Maryland also top 25 teams representing the Big Ten.
And not to forget the fact that season continues after this competition, so all of these teams are looking for a big score that goes toward their placement in the regional championships and hopefully ultimately the national championships in Fort Worth. So lots on the line this evening, not just the Big Ten title, but placement for the remainder of postseason.
Our State Farm State of Success will put the spotlight on one of the best to ever come through the conference, one of the best in the nation, Minnesota's Lexi Ramler.
I mean, look at these statistics. She has been an athlete in the NCAA that I don't think we are truly grateful enough every day to watch her contribute this season and to come back for a 5th year. She has just elevated the standard of gymnastics. Check out these statistics. 2021 AAI award winner. That is essentially the Heisman of NCAA gymnastics. Big time stuff. We're talking the leaders and best of this conference and the NCAA.
Natalie Wojcik, one of the best as well, as there's so many, but this young athlete is outstanding.
I cannot believe I'm watching her as a senior. She was my freshman, and here she is in the 2022 NCAA season. She's tied for 5th on uneven bars, tied for 9th all around. She's had some ups and downs in her senior year, but she is fighting back. She is the 2019 NCAA beam champion, and I know she wants that title to bookend her career. Keep your eyes on this young woman. She is just outstanding.
She is on a team that also includes Sierra Brooks, who with a 39.65 NQS is #1 in the Big Ten.
That is an outstanding number. If any of you are numbers people out there and you saw how successful that young woman has been this season, you would be flabbergasted. Lots of exciting stuff across the board here this evening.
So Michigan State will start on vault, Minnesota on bars, Ohio State on floor, and Michigan on beam. Michigan, 9th in the country on beam. They drew the, quote, beam straw. How does Bev Blocky feel about that?
I talked to her about what she feels starting on beam means, and she always, when I was there, loved starting on beam. And Myliana Kanoa-Hermelin has really taken over the role of the beam coach. You see her here walking Naomi Morrison through her routine, very deliberate with their movements. Miley has been a major asset to this Michigan Wolverine beam team, and being 9th in the country is a big reason why.
As we get ready for Naomi Morrison, one of 4 all-arounders for Michigan, we'll quickly tell you again, Michigan State will start on the vault, Minnesota will start on the bars, Ohio State on the floor. Naomi Morrison with a career high of 9.875. We are underway in Columbus.
Very nice candlestick mount from Naomi, a much more popular skill. Very difficult way to mount the beam. It's her first test here. It's a back handspring layout step out. Little dip in her left shoulder. She hardly showed it. Very tight in her core to keep the movements as small and minimal as possible. Cat leap to switch half, very strong on that landing.
Naomi, a sophomore from Chandler, Arizona.
Little bobble there on the full turn. She lifted her legs slightly off the beam, showing a slight lack of control. The judges will definitely take a deduction for that. Depends on how much, based on what they saw from their view. And just the dismount here, it's a round off, 1.5 twist, do a stuck landing. Now that's how you start a competition as the reigning national champions.
Yes, indeed. Well done for Morrison. As we move over to the vault, Alyssa Wiedemann, a 9.825 against Illinois is her career high. And here come the Spartans.
This Spartan team is so talented, and Alyssa is a big reason why. Excellent opening vault, little pike in the hips there, very small shuffle on the landing. It wasn't a stuck landing, but great job.
Hallie Remlinger for Minnesota. They're 11th in the nation on bars. Remlinger the leadoff. Season high, career high, 9.875.
Check out this first skill. It's called a ray. She gets major height there. Excellent counter swing coming out of that release move. Flowing well through this routine. Toe hand to bail. Release down to the low bar, and she's back up. Short on that handstand. The judges will deduct for that, but big dismount. It's a full twisting double back, and it's a stick. We are in Stick City, and it is only just begun. Just
outside of Stick City is Winona, Minnesota. That is where Remlinger is from. We go back to Michigan State, and it's Bailey Garcia, 9.85 career high.
And Bailey was put into the lineup last minute, and she can go big. Excellent job, stuck landing for Bailey Garcia, and she delivered when they needed it most. Nice stuff.
Gabby Wilson just got on the beam for Michigan. Career high, 9.975. You know what that means, folks. There's a judge out there that gave her a 10.
Excellent height there on that back handspring layout series. She just takes that skill to the next level. Such amplitude on the balance beam.
The junior from Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Switch leap directly to switch leap jump. So difficult to complete those jumps in sequence. Nice full turn, working through the required element.
Like so many members of this team, she's a Big Ten Distinguished Scholar.
And this is huge. Keep your eyes on this dismount. She is one of two in this lineup to do it. It's a double back. And that is a step landed Gabby Wilson. My goodness. Talk about Stick City. I haven't seen her stick that dismount since she went 9.975. Dean, they came to play.
Maya Hooten, you know about her ability on the floor. Now she'll show what she can do on the bars. Career high, 9.875.
Great first handstand for Maya. She needs to be patient here. Lovely height on that piked Jaeger, directly connected to a shoot over. Nice patience, rushed it a teeny bit still, and just the dismount. That's 2 for 2 for Minnesota on stuck landings on uneven bars. My goodness.
My goodness.
My goodness.
We go back to the vault. Michigan State ready to roll. You see Michigan State's scores already, and here we go.
Here's Lauren Shu. Oh my goodness, small hop there on that full twisting Yurchenko. Still so well done. Love to see how excellent she is in controlling that landing and minimizing to deduction as much as humanly possible.
Lauren Hu had a 9.9 last time she was here in Columbus. We'll see if she can break that. We go back to Michigan on the beam. JC Vore, 9.925. Probably not talking enough about what JC Vore has brought the Michigan Wolverines.
I agree. We always talk about the big names, but JC Vore is equally as much a big name in this discussion. She's just a freshman. She's really stepped up on balance beam and uneven bars. Oh no. And unfortunately, that is a fall. Michigan, coming off of a huge routine from Gabby Wilson, will need to rebound. It's always nerve-wracking, you know, it's loud in here. This arena is insane. Yes, there's a lot going on, and she comes back nicely with that front toss to beat jump. She's doing a very good job of putting it behind her and working through this routine as if she did not fall. Straddle jump to straddle half beat jump. Very nice in the extension on those jumps.
Vore coming up a 9.9 against Auburn, the freshman from Fishers, Indiana.
Just the dismount, she does it round off 1.5. Little step backwards, but regardless of that, the fall is unfortunately not what she wanted. But they still have 3 more athletes where they can bring it back.
Minnesota 11th in the country on the bars. Up third, Hannah Wilmar, career high, 9.925.
And talk about a 5th-year senior. Hannah Wilmar joins the great Anna Loper and Lexi Ramler in that amazing class. And you see why so far so good here. Beautiful handstand on the high bar. And just the dismount, she's coming after 2 sticks. And that's 3rd, that's 3. Hannah Wilmarth, have yourself a 5th-year senior bar routine.
Here we go, the fireball. Skylar Schulte, a 9.9 against Western Michigan.
And she can go big here, and she knows it, just needs to control. The hop backwards, but the execution in the air was perfect. It's just that landing that resulted in the deduction the judges will take, but great job for her first Big Ten championship.
Her dad wrestled at Michigan State. We go back to Michigan. Sierra Brooks, 9.9625 career high. The all-around sensation, the scholar, she does it all.
And let's not forget that Sierra Brooks is the one that brought it back for Michigan at the national championship when they had a couple bobbles on balance beams. So if I'm Bev Plocky, I'm knowing that Sierra Brooks is my person who goes up here and gets the job done.
Coming off a 9.95 against Auburn and West Virginia.
Triple series back handspring, layout, step out, so difficult. Switch leap to beat jump. Nice job working through that.
3-time first team all Big Ten.
Full turn, very nice. Again, that's a requirement for all athletes on balance beam. Exclamation point on that front toss. Such confidence as she landed there, and she is the second of two in this lineup to do a double tuck dismount. We don't see them very often, and she can do it well. Big double tuck and a hop backwards, but she brings it back. Saw her a big sigh of relief there. She brought it back for the Wolverines after the fall from 4.
As expected, a whole lot of maize and blue here in Columbus. We move over to the floor for the Ohio State Buckeyes. By the way, the Buckeyes 13th in the country, up third for Ohio State. Claire Gagliardi, career high, 9.925.
And this is a fun routine. Beautiful front lay to Rudy. She opened it up nicely there, and she is a ball to watch on this event. Switch side to Popa.
Senior from Hubbard, Ohio.
Talk about performance quality. Claire Gagliardi has it all. She can tumble, she can dance, and we are in Jaws right now as her floor routine is filled with movies. We have Star Wars, we have Jaws, and we have Footloose. And Footloose on the clock as Claire Gagliardi is putting on a show here for her home crowd in Covelli Center.
Olivia, it's electric in here.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been in an atmosphere like this in a really long time, Dean. Last pass, double pike. Beautifully controlled lunge out of that. Exactly what you're looking for. Bravo, Claire Gagliardi. Such an excellent routine. So much fun.
Anna Loper, along with Ramler, all-arounders for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. She had a 9.95 this season. That is her career high in what has been a spectacular career.
Anna Loper is so fluid on uneven bars. She makes it look insanely easy when, trust me, it is not. So far, so good for the super senior. Right on top of the bar there. Blindfold, double tuck. Oh, just a little micro hop. It will be a deduction, but these Gophers are on fire over on uneven bars.
Abbey High School sealed the deal for the Michigan Wolverines to win the national championship. She's on the beam for the Wolverines.
And she is such a strong competitor. Abbey High School knows how to keep it moving just like that. A little off on that side aerial, but she's so deliberate with where her body position is that she masks any mishap she may be feeling in the air. Switch leap, so good in that extension on the jumps.
Career high, 9.925 for Abbey.
Back handspring, layout, step out, rock solid right there. Nice job on the full turn. Always a little nerve-wracking on the full turn. You think it's nothing, but it's still a skill. And a dismount left, round off, 1.5. a hop forward, but again, they're coming off of a fall from JC Bohr, so they have to stay on the balance beam, so they're gonna take whatever they get over there.
Last skill on the vault from Michigan State, freshman Gabby Stevens, career high 9.95 against Iowa.
And that is perfection on a full twisting Yurchenko. She's done it before. A hop backward, a little bit to the left diagonally. So the directional deduction is important. The judges will take for the hop and to the left a bit, but great job.
Tierra Salas, 9.925 this year and 2 times prior to this year.
This routine is unique. She opens it up with her transition to the low bar bail handstand. Now check this out. She does a blind change into what's called a Corkina after the great Svetlana Corkina. Oh, so nice. Beautiful job. And she drilled this last weekend. Sticks are contagious. And yes, they are. Tierra Salas, my goodness. Unbelievable.
Natalie Wojcik on the beam for Michigan. She has received a 10 before on the beam. A 10 would work mighty fine for Michigan.
It sure would, and remember they had that fall from JC Bohr, so there's a little extra pressure here on Natalie Wojcik. She has to hit.
February 15 last year against Nebraska, perfect 10.
Check out this extension on those leaps. Ooh, a little shoulder dip from the right shoulder as she went into her second jump, masked it nicely and kept it moving. Now this is a big moment. Triple series, back handspring, way out, step out. Like walking on the ground. And trust me, it is not like walking on the ground, but she makes it look like that.
She certainly does, Olivia.
The ever so important full turn, very nice. Just the dismount for the senior. She needs to land it on her feet for Michigan to drop JC Bohr's score. There we go. That's a fantastic routine from Natalie Wojcik. Bravo.
We move back to the bars, the anchor, the all-around, our State Farm State of Success, Lexi Ramler.
There's nothing to say during this routine. I mean, she's so deliberate in everything she does. Textbook perfect on that Shaposh half. And just the dismount for Lexi Ramler. My goodness gracious. She does this all the time. I mean, unbelievable.
Jenna Layback, first pass, Ohio State.
Oh gosh, a little bouncy there on that full twisting double pike. Reminder that the meet is on a podium, which makes it bouncier than usual. Second pass for the freshman, 1.5 front layout, much better there on that landing. But if you hear the music, it is a Britney Spears compilation. Head coach Meredith Palasivic says that she has some inner Britney in her.
Lexi Ramler, a 9.95.
So fun competing in your first Big Ten championship, and it looks like Jenna is having a ball doing just that. Last pass for the fantastic freshman Jenna Layback. It's a double back. Nice job. Lost a little bit of control there. Her front foot slid backwards, so it's not a perfect lunge, but a nice landing to cap off her floor routine and freshman year debut at the Big Ten Championship.
Speaking of floor, Michigan is #1 in the country on the floor, and that's where they'll be when we return. The Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships off and rolling. The Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championship is brought to you by State Farm. You want the real deal? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Everybody is here. The Cavelli Center, Columbus, Ohio. Break down the team story here. As remember, Iowa is the leader. They won the earlier session with a 196.95. Well done to Larissa Libby. They could win it. However, Minnesota, Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, all 4 programs have set program records this year.
We are looking at 4 teams that have elevated their programs to the next level. And so this competition is just getting started with excitement.
Minnesota, Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State, all 4 teams when we return. Welcome back to Columbus, Ohio, the Cavelli Center, $49 million facility. Spotlighting gymnastics, wrestling, and volleyball for the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's the 2022 Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships as we head to the second rotation. Through 1, Minnesota at a 49.525. Michigan 49.375. The Buckeyes right behind them at 49.35, and Michigan State at 49.25.
I mean, this is already close. I know, in gymnastics, every 10th matters, and a 10th can even be such a large discrepancy, but these teams are all going through the motions. They're not on all their best events to start off, and Minnesota really started big on one of their best events. We still have big stuff coming from all of these teams, so keep your eyes peeled. I mean, we are nowhere near identifying who's going to come out on top at this thing.
Michigan's NQS on the beam is 49.35, and they have a 49.375. That's your leader in the clubhouse, with quotes, of course, air quotes. The Iowa Hawkeyes really strong earlier today.
Love seeing the Hawkeyes here to support. They were excellent earlier today. So much fun to watch that program grow.
Yeah, good look at Iowa, which will move on and hopefully have success in the NCAAs. Ohio State ready to roll on the ball.
Nicole Riccardi opens it up with a full twisting Yurchenko. Little pike in the hips there on the landing, which resulted in the pretty big hop backwards, but great start for Ohio State.
Gabby Stephen for Michigan State, 9-8 last week against Kentucky, her career high. The Spartans, 17th in the nation on Mike Rowe's bars.
Beautiful opening release move, the handstand to the Maloney. My gosh, the patience on that handstand on the high bar is so impressive. Textbook bail handstand transition. Nice job on that last handstand, just the dismount. Oh gosh, hop forward. Man, the rest of that routine was pristine. She just couldn't get the perfect landing, but great leadoff routine for the Spartans.
You mentioned leadoff routines. It's Emily Cook, season high 9.9, career high 9.925. Cook leading off for the Golden Gophers on the beam.
Full turn there, again a requirement for all athletes. Starts off with a big test, back handspring layout, step out. Nice job. She was so deliberate with where she was looking to remain on top of the balance beam to minimize deductions. Beat jump to difficult split 3/4, landing sideways on the beam.
Sophomore from Bloomington, Minnesota.
Check this out. She's going to do a front toss, landing on one leg. How elegant, holding that scale position. And just the dismount for Emily. Round up, 1.5. Oh, God, it was stuck. She needed to land and control a bit more. I'm going to call that a college stick, but great leadoff performance. My goodness.
So close as we move back to the bars. Tori Loomis, 9.85 last week.
Starts it off with a blind change directly to a straddle Jaeger. Good job catching that bar. Back down for a pack salto. Very good amplitude there. And nice patience on that half turn on the low bar. Excellent handstand on the high bar. Just the dismount for Tori. Hop forward. Michigan State just needs to fine-tune these landings, but great job.
Abbey High School just starting on the floor for the Wolverines.
Big double Arabian to open it up. Such a difficult skill. She did a nice job controlling all that power. Second pass for Abbey High School. Round off 1.5 to front layout. Beautiful job.
Abbey from Marvin Ridge High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. Their AD, the former Ohio U Bobcat basketball player, Tom Jamerson.
Such a fun routine here for Abbey. Just the last pass. She's going to do a double pike. Lovely landing. And a big smile from the fantastic senior in her last Big Ten championship of her career.
Lexi Edwards on the vault for Ohio State. Her career high, 9.925.
And she can go big here. My goodness! It's like she heard me, Dino. Look at that, stuck, full twisting Yurchenko for the home team. Bravo, Lexi Edwards.
Michigan State, Leah Mitchell, 9.9 season high and career high against Maryland. Leah Mitchell has been with Michigan State through the ride and now enjoying their success.
I love seeing Leah Mitchell do bars. She is so patient on this event. Ooh, little aggressive there on that handstand, which is great, but she almost missed it, and almost stuck landing. I'm gonna call it a micro hop backwards, but Michigan State is building momentum over there on uneven bars.
True Big Ten royalty, Natalie Wojcik on the floor for Michigan.
Natalie has had some ups and downs here on this event this season, but she opens it up with a very difficult front double full to a front pike, and oh no, she is out of bounds. That is a flat 10th deduction for stepping out of bounds, but then they will deduct on top of that for the bounce. So pretty sizable deduction there for Natalie Wojcik. Second pass, she does a double pike. Very bouncy there on that landing. She looks just a little off in this routine, just from the beginning till now.
We talked about it earlier, a little more bounce with the elevated floor.
It absolutely is. Last pass left for Natalie Wojcik. She does a Rudy to a straddle jump. It's the best of all three passes there, but of course, I know that she is not too pleased with that performance. But again, this is all about how your team can pick you up. There are still 3 competitors that can bring it back for the Michigan Wolverines.
Anna Loper, brilliance on the beam for Minnesota, 9.925. Gianna Gertis with a 9.0, following up the 9.775 from Cook.
Back handspring layout step out for Anna, so sure of that landing. Nice full turn there. This is one of my favorite parts of the routine, a front toss. Nice job. Lead connection, a switch leap to a straddle quarter. Nice job hitting that split position.
Fifth-year senior from Bluffton, South Carolina, that 9.925 at Utah. Another great atmosphere for women's college gymnastics.
Just the dismount, round off 1.5. Micro step backwards, but because it was backwards, she will get an under rotation deduction. But nice job bringing it back after the only 9.0 for Gianna Gertis.
Saw Jenny Hansen, three-time Big Ten Coach of the Year. We move back over to Mike Roll, the head coach of Michigan State. This great freshman class. Skylar Schulte was a no-brainer. Her dad was a wrestler at Michigan State, a legacy Spartan, and a great addition to this team.
A little rushed there on that Bale handstand. My goodness, beautiful handstand on the high bar. She ends it with a big double layout. Oh, small hop backwards. They can't quite nail down those zero deduction landings.
Sydney Jennings, 9.925 career high for Ohio State.
And she can go big on this event. She did last weekend. Great job. Her body position in the air is so good. Hop backwards. The judges will deduct for that, but the positioning in the air is just lovely.
Abby Nyland just Tiara Salas and a fall for Salas.
Oh no. Wow, I did not see that one coming. She looked like she missed her foot on the second back handspring in a very difficult triple series. And unfortunately will not receive credit for that skill. Beat jump to double stag. Difficult combination there. She did a good job bringing it back after the very uncharacteristic mishap. Cat leap to switch side. Very pretty. One of the hardest things to do as a gymnast is get back up on the balance beam after having a fall. And I know that wasn't easy for her, specifically with the fall from Gianna Gertis, but gymnastics, you can never predict gymnastics, so kudos to her for continuing that routine as if the fall never happened.
Last to go for Michigan State on the bars, Delaney Harkness, 9.95 season high and career high against Western Michigan.
Gorgeous Ginger there. Veil handstand down to the low bar.
Sophomore from Leslie, Michigan.
Excellent handstand on the high bar. Just the dismount for Delaney. Oh, big hop backwards. That'll be at least a 10th deduction, potentially more on the dismount.
Live on the floor, Sierra Brooks, career high, 9.975.
Sierra Brooks does one of the most difficult floor routines in NCAA. Starts it off with a full twisting double back, flirting with the out of bounds line, but knew exactly where it was and stayed away from it. Difficult second pass front through to double tuck. Hop forward, it is an under rotation, so the judges will deduct for that on top of the hop. Her leap pass, a tour jeté to a split full, perfectly executed.
Twice she scored a 9.975.
Final pass for the great Sierra Brooks. She does a double pike. This bouncy floor, she needs to remain calm. There we go. Great controlled lunge there, exactly what she was looking for. And a mic drop to finish the floor routine for Sierra Brooks.
The real deal, the junior from Plainfield, Illinois, and the Michigan Wolverines appreciating her greatness. We move back over to the vault. The freshman sensation, Jenna Layback, career high, 9.875.
And this is a unique vault. She does a full twist on to, oh gosh, onto the table and then a layout. Very awkward landing there. It looked like she didn't quite see the ground and absorb the landing. She reacted too quickly and had to take a big step backward, couple 10th deduction sized step.
Abby Nyland, Beam, Minnesota. Career high, season high, 9.875.
Big test here. It's a triple series, 2 back handsprings, 2 a layout step out. Little body correction there, but she does a great job of minimizing.
Sierra Brooks, 9.9, by the way, from Michigan.
It's her leap pass. She does a hitch kick into a switch side. Great job spotting the end of the beam on that skill. And just the dismount for Abby. She does a round off 1.5 twist. Stuck landing. Good job by Abby Nyland. They're not having their best balance beam rotation over there for the Gophers, but great job by her for really remaining in the moment and controlling the controllable.
We mentioned the Big Ten is the place for 10s. Gabby Wilson has scored a 10 on the floor.
Joy watching this routine. She opens up with an open body, full twisting, double tuck. Perfect lunge there. The control was pristine. Her combination pass, a front leg, front full, front tuck. And now the fun is had. Gorgeous straddle position in those leaps. My goodness, she had great height.
Twice Wilson has delivered a 10.
Last pass for the great Gabby Wilson. It's a double tuck. My goodness. Oh my gosh, Cavelli is on their feet for that performance from Gabby Wilson. Carbon copy of what we've seen from her the remainder of the season earlier on this year.
Lexi Ramler just up on the beam for Minnesota.
Back handspring layout step out for Lexi. Looked a tiny bit off, but she maneuvered it well to show little to no deduction. Front aerial to beat jump, very nice.
4 times in her fantastic career, she has received a 10 on the beam.
Beat jump to a difficult split ring jump. My goodness, I can't even tell you how difficult that is. And she makes it look so easy. Just the dismount, a side aerial to a full. Stuck landing. She went up on her toes the teeniest bit, which showed a slight lack of control, but she really nailed it down, and Dad loves it, cheering and screaming for his spectacular daughter on her final beam routine in a Big Ten championship.
The pride of St. Michael, Minnesota, Lexi Ramler, as they're still waiting for the score for Gabby Wilson. 2 rotations done here at the Cavelli in Columbus. Gabby Wilson, 9.925. Let's take a look at the last vaulter for the Buckeyes. Malice, career high, 9.925.
And this is a beaut. Raina Malice is so talented. Oh my gosh. She just knew exactly where that landing was, honed it in, found exactly where to land. That's an excellent cap to that vault rotation for the Buckeyes.
Malice with a 9.875 through 2 rotations. It's the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships in Columbus, Ohio. Men's gymnastics comes your way, featuring a top 10 matchup between number 3 Nebraska and number 6 Ohio State from right here at the Cavelli Center in Columbus. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. Eastern right here on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Taking a look at the team numbers through 2 rotations, the Michigan Wolverines, your reigning national champs, now have the lead. Ohio State and Michigan State right behind, followed by Minnesota. The 3rd rotation coming when we return. What a wonderful scene as we are talking about the rise of college women's gymnastics. The Cavelli Center sold out for the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships. Jenny Hansen and the Minnesota Golden Gophers, they won it last year. Right now, though, they are looking up at Michigan and Ohio State and Michigan State, both at 98.55. The Buckeyes, the Spartans, are here, and they are here to make a difference. They're here to chase it down.
They're only behind Michigan by 4/10, and they can make that up on their next couple events. Specifically, Michigan State going to beam and then floor where they're lights out. Ohio State has a lot of depth on uneven bars. When they get to balance beam, they just need to be normal, as Meredith tells us.
Let's take a look at the all-around story, and mad props to Rutgers and Maryland. Hannah Joyner, the junior for Rutgers, with a 39.35, and Audrey Barber, the 5th-year senior from Maryland. And then it's Rambler High School and Brooks tonight trying to chase down, and of course, high school, Brooks Schulte also right there with Naomi Morrison.
Exciting stuff here, and we are still moving in a good direction here. Lots of gymnastics to be had, and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
So the 3rd rotation, Michigan, not only number 1 on the floor, they're number 1 on the vault. That's where they'll be in rotation 3. Ohio State on the bars, 16th in the country. First up, Stephanie Berger, career high, 9-9.
Beautiful Maloney directly to bail handstand. Slight back bend in the bail handstand, but she did a good job moving through it. Rushed that handstand a little bit. Double tuck, nails that landing. Big high fives from the team. They know they needed that one big time.
Tremendous start. Michigan, Reina Gugino. She's had a 10 here.
In the lead-off position, that is so difficult to do, and Reina Gugino has only been the 2nd one in history. Just a step backwards, again, a little under-rotated, and a step to the side a bit, which is another directional deduction, but leading off with a 1.5, my goodness.
Her mom and dad celebrated their 27th wedding anniversary yesterday.
Happy wedding anniversary to the Guginos.
Michigan State, Alyssa Wiedemann, 9.875 at the Big Fives.
Alyssa is a great leadoff performer for the Spartans on this event. Back handspring layout, step out, great job working through that. Full turn, nice job. Cat leap into a front toss to a beat jump. Lots of moving pieces there. Great job. Beat jump to a straddle 3/4. Super difficult skill. Landing sideways on the balance beam. And I love this dismount. She does a gainer tuck full off the end. Moves forward. Flips backwards, so cool, and a stuck landing. Great job by Alyssa Wiedemann to kick it off for Michigan State.
2nd for Michigan, the all-arounder, Natalie Wojcik.
And I saw her drill this yesterday in the practice day, and that's it. That's exactly what she did in the practice day. Carbon copy. Check that out.
Jenna Lavac, 2nd to go for Ohio State. 9.85 career high.
Starts it off with a clear hip to a Ginger. directly to a shoot over, got those toes up, exactly what she needed to do. Ooh, short on that handstand, unfortunately, and a little off on the blind full, resulted in the double tuck being out a bit and under-rotated. Not her usual, she's done better. Unfortunately, that was a little funky.
Abbey High School has delivered a 10, as has Wojciech High School up next for Michigan.
And she can go big. She had trouble last week, and oh my gosh, unbelievable. I don't know if it was exactly stuck. There might have been a slight micro hop forwards for Abbey High School, but that is too superb. Yurchenko 1.5s back-to-back for the Wolverines.
Abbey High School saluting her fans and her family.
Such amazing technique. She has one of the best vault techniques in the country. Sees that landing, up on her toes a bit. Again, I don't know if it was precisely stuck, but so good.
3 consecutive 9.95s for Michigan on the vault. We move back over to Edwards for the Ohio State Buckeyes on the bars.
Lexi Edwards doing so well. Maloney back down to pack salto. Excellent work on that half turn there, back up to the high bar. Nice handstand. Blind full, good job, double tuck, needs to find that landing. Oh, hop backwards, but good job for Lexi Edwards. With all this noise and crazy going on in here, she delivers big.
The junior from Richmond, Virginia. Sierra Brooks, one of 4 Michigan Wolverines who have already received a 10. Can she do it again?
I don't know, Dean, look at that! I mean, Michigan is on fire, and we were just told it's a 10! Sierra Brooks in with a perfect 10 on vault for the Wolverines. Only the second of her career, my goodness. Bev Blocky loves it. Fists in the air.
We promised 10s, and the Michigan Wolverines, your reigning national champs, has delivered a 10, courtesy of Sierra Brooks.
Bravo to Sierra Brooks. She has just been amazing this season for the Wolverines.
What a career Bev Blocky has had. This is Naomi Morrison right before Brooks.
Naomi Morrison has been like a cat. She knows how to find this landing. And right there, on the toes a little. It wasn't perfect because of that slight lack of control, but so close to it.
It was close. It was a 9.95. This is Lexi Ramler's first pass on the floor for the Golden Gophers.
Lots of moving pieces. They're bouncy on that double full. She bounced out of it a bit, couldn't quite hold on to the controlled lunge.
Her teammate, Gianna Gertis from the state of Ohio, 9.925. Emily Cook, a 9.875.
Nice job so far by Lexi. She has some of the cleanest leaps in the NCAA. That's a controlled lunge by Lexi Ramler. Front Rudy, planted that front foot, step back, very nice. Last pass for the super senior. It's a 1.5 to a front layout. And a beautiful job by the great Lexi Ramler.
Jenny Hansen approves. In the 5th spot for Meredith Paulasivic for the Buckeyes, Kobe Miller, career high. 995.
And I told her earlier today, Dean, I said, hey, get another 995, will ya? And she said, I'll try, that's the goal. Lovely Maloney to the high bar, back down. Excellent control on that bail handstand.
Junior from Mason, Ohio.
Just the dismount for Colby Miller. Oh my goodness! Wow. Bravo to Colby Miller. What a great bar routine. So far, Ohio State is putting it all out there on uneven bars, exactly what they need to be doing.
Well said. The Ohio State Buckeyes in front of their home crowd. Skylar Schulte, so much fun to watch. Just a freshman. She's a leader already for Michigan State.
She loves this team and competing so much. It's been a blast watching her light up the room when she walks into it. This full turn to begin her beam routine. Switch leap to switch half, difficult combination, good job.
3 more years after this one of Skylar Schulte.
We are lucky, that's all I can say. That handspring layout step out. Good job working through that. Her back leg was a little soft. That means that she wasn't as tight as possible. Judges will deduct for that. Just the dismount, a side aerial to a full twist. And a stock landing. Skylar Schulte is getting it done for the Spartans this evening.
After Sierra Brooks received the first 10 of the night, it's Gabby Wilson, last to go from Michigan.
And she can launch this vault. It's all about control for her. And a hop backwards under rotation. It looks like she was trying to go for that stick a little too hard, but what a lights out vault rotation for Michigan. They'll likely drop that score.
They'll actually drop Gugino 49.725 for Michigan. Nicole Riccardi on the bars for the Buckeyes.
And check out this first release move. It is big, huge Ray. Large counter swing coming out of that. Pack salto down to the low bar, a little off there on that half turn. Judges will deduct for that. Pretty stalter, directly connected to a double tap and a hop forward. Couple little things there for Nicole, but good job anchoring that routine, that rotation with that routine.
Leah Mitchell, career high 9.925 this year against Kentucky, and what a career she's had.
Leah is so pretty on balance beam. She's a very calm beam worker. That's what head coach Mike Rowe told us. Opens it up with a triple series, 2 back handsprings to a layout step out. Oh gosh, she looked so off and she was amazing minimizing that deduction. Full turn, very nice. Love to see a smile when a gymnast is on balance beam. A nice smile says it all. Front aerial, a little bend in that knee on the front aerial, but good landing. Split jump to straddle quarter. Nice split positions in the air.
Mitchell, number 18 in the conference on the beam.
Just the dismount, round off, 1.5. Brilliant landing for Leah Mitchell. My goodness, she's been so clutch in her career, and right there is exactly what they needed.
Anna Loper, Minnesota, first pass on the floor.
Front layout to a Rudy. She just can do that pass in her sleep.
Career high, season high for Loper, 9.95.
Nice leap combination there for Anna. Second pass, she's gonna do a 2.5 twist. Nice landing there. Difficult skill blind landing. She makes it look quite easy. One pass left for Anna Loper. So 1.5 to a front layout. Beautiful landing, and there's that Anna Loper smile we love. Great job by the super senior.
Consider all of us lucky to see Loper, Ramler, and so many of these fifth-year superstars one more time. It's Garcia, the anchor for Michigan State.
Bailey was great her freshman year. Worked really hard to prove to her team and coaches that she can be the anchor for this prestigious beam lineup. Back handspring layout, step out. Minimal little maneuver with her body position there, nothing major.
Bailey from the same area as Leah Mitchell in Florida.
Great job working through that front aerial to a split jump to get connection.
9.925 career high this year against Illinois.
Switch leap to split jump, little hesitation there, but she did well masking it and working through it. Just the dismount for Bailey. It's a side aerial to a full twist. And that is a perfectly stuck landing. A little wobbly in that routine, for lack of a better word, but great job.
Hang on, everybody.
Oh, boy.
It is time to get on your feet. Maya Hooten on the floor.
All eyes are on Maya. She is last to go in this rotation. My goodness. Oh my, Maya.
You just want to get up and march.
Second pass, it's her combination pass, front fold, front pike. Perfect.
How cool.
I can't stop smiling. Final pass is a double tuck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All of Cavelli, we're watching Maya Hooten. And that is as good as I've ever seen her compete on floor exercise, and that's pretty dang good. Check this last pass out. Oh my goodness. Check out her teammates. The roar in here was unbelievable for the fantastic sophomore.
3 times this year, 4 times in her career, a 10 on the floor. Can we witness a 5th time right here at the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships? Maya Hooten, what a special gymnast, particularly on the floor.
Unbelievable performance by Maya Hooten. Unbelievable. Just waiting on the score from the judges, and Here's some cheers.
9.95 for Maya Hooten. Brilliant performance through 3 rotations. We got a good one in Columbus as we crown a champion tonight on the Big Ten Network. Second, followed by Michigan State and Minnesota, the all-around story. And this is just, as you see, Lexi Ramler, the leader here in the night session with a 29.8.
But Sierra Brooks is just 25 hundredths behind Lexi Ramler, and I like to describe to people who don't know what that means, 25 hundredths is a toe point, essentially. We're talking teeny tiny little details that are separating these spectacular athletes, and not to mention the rest of the competitors. Skyla Schulte is still in this, lots of good stuff.
We'll come back with rotation number 4 after this message. Larissa Libby's Iowa Hawkeyes took session 1 with a 196.95. Michigan leading the second rotation, 148.675. The Buckeyes, your hosts, right behind them. We will start on the floor. Michigan State, 9th in the country on the floor. Start with Sydney Ewing, who had a career-high 9.9 against Western Michigan.
For Michigan State, Sydney Ewing.
Sydney has been the floor leadoff for most of her career. She feels comfortable on this event. The team likes when she leads off.
What a job Mike Rowe has done leading Michigan State.
It's so impressive. I find myself in awe of this team. Front double full to open it up, a little awkward on the landing, but she does a good job of managing it. Difficult leap pass. She does a switch leap to a torchete with a half turn. Very difficult. Don't see those as often.
Sydney, a senior from Frisco, Texas.
Final pass for the senior. She does a 1.5 to a front full. Lots of moving pieces. Excellent landing for Sydney Ewing. Fabulous leadoff floor routine for the senior.
Michigan, 3rd in the country on bars. Abbey High School leads them off. Career high, 9.95.
Gorgeous first handstand. She goes into her release move, a straddle Jaeger, beautiful. Lovely handstand on the high bar. Big pack salto, wow. Just the dismount for Abby. She does a blindfold to a double tuck. Drops it right in. So excited in her senior year, finishing up her evening with an exclamation point. Great job.
Gianna Gertis, her mom a year younger than me at Fremont St. Joe Marcy. Here comes Gianna Gertis.
She's gonna do a full twisting Yurchenko. Just a step backwards, very controlled step. She did a great job of being deliberate, of keeping her front foot down. Good job by Gianna Gertis. She's had a great evening.
Gertis, career high 9.875. You saw Lexi Ramler getting ready next for Jenny Hansen. Minnesota 7th in the country on vault. Michigan 3rd in the country on bars. Michigan State 9th in the country on floor. Go to the bars. Naomi Morrison, the all-arounder, career high 9.875.
Big opening release move. A Ginger glues those legs together. Works hard to not fall over on that clear hip. Back up to the high bar. Good handstand. She dismounts with a double layout. She wants this stick. There it and fantastic. Uneven bar routine, just that hesitation after the clear hip. The rest of it looked pristine to me.
Brenner with a 9.9 and then high school with a 9.95. Now Lexi Ramler. She had a 10 in 2021. Her season high is a 9.975.
And she is great on this event. A hop forward, little soft knees there on the landing. That means her legs were bending a little bit going into it, but she has really figured out how to maneuver that vault and find the landing.
You heard me say Brenner with a 9.9. We get to see it now on the Big Ten Network.
She opens it up with a big combination, a straddle Jaeger directly to an overshoot. Back up to the high bar. Good last handstand. She tends to rush those handstands, and she did a great job there being patient. And a double layout. Oh, littlest scoot backward. I'm going to call it a college stick, so there was some deduction right there. But Abby Brenner had a great evening. So proud of her in this competition.
Her grandmother lives in Saginaw and was thrilled to have the short trip to Columbus, Ohio. Maya Hooten following that 9.95 on the floor. She is third to go for Minnesota on the ball.
And she stuck 2 of these in a row in warm-up, and she does it again, 3 in a row. That's got to be some kind of record to stick 3 Yurchenko 1.5s in a row. She said in the warm-up period, I'm just going to put it in my pocket, and she did just that.
Sierra Brooks, bars, Michigan.
Blind change to Pike Jaeger, very nice job. Handstand right on top of the high bar.
The president of the SAAC.
Now check this dismount out. She does a double layout with a full twist. A hop backwards, but great routine by Sierra Brooks. She's had herself a day.
Hannah Oliveros for the Buckeyes on the beam. Again, they're also top 20. I love this. Oliveros 9.9 career high.
Beautiful mount sequence, so unique to see gymnasts take risks and show off their flexibility on those events.
Speaking of Buckeye gymnasts, it's great to have Lexi Mattern along for the ride.
Beautiful front aerial to a back handspring. It looked like she hesitated slightly out of that front aerial. Gymnasts need to continue moving in order to gain complete control, and off a bit there on that second skill. Just the dismount, it's a side aerial to a full twist. Nice duck landing for Hannah Oliveros. Very good job. A little off there within, but so exciting to compete in this arena.
Maddie Quarles, season high, career high, 9.95 for the Golden Gophers.
She can launch this vault, and she did just that. Great job. Hop forward, should be around a 10th off on the hop. The rest looked great to me. Good stuff.
Natalie Wojcik, all-arounder, 9.975, fifth to go for Michigan on the bars.
And this is big. She does a toe handstand into a massive Delchev release move. Oh no. Oh, I could tell from the beginning she just looked really far off on that release move. Unfortunately, that's 5/10 of deduction. She was supposed to connect that release move to the shoot over. She continues the routine with a double layout and a stuck landing. Not her day today. She's just looked a little off on floor exercise and on uneven bars, but always exciting to have her competing in the Big Ten.
5 times in her career, Anna Loper with a 10 on the vault.
And this is a magical one. Check this out. Oh, step backwards. Anna Loper is normally so good at finessing that landing. Just couldn't get it around all the way. She has had such a remarkable career, specifically on vault. So bravo to her, even though it wasn't the vault she wanted. Great stuff for the fabulous super senior.
Stephanie Berger live on the beam for the Buckeyes.
Gorgeous and confident side aerial there. Stephanie is so aggressive on balance beam. Look at the fight in her eyes on this event. Beautiful full turn for Stephanie. Switch leap, split half, difficult combination, done very well. Leap, side aerial into a full. Oh gosh, little hesitation there. Looked like she had it and she kind of tripped herself, it seems. Great routine on the beam. Bummer there that she couldn't secure that landing.
Last to go for Michigan, JC Bohr, career high 9.925 as Michigan trying to chase down another Big Ten championship.
Nice Maloney to bail handstand. Little leg separation on that bail. Great last handstand for JC. Just the dismount. Stick here would be big. Oh my goodness. Little movement there with the right foot, but JC4 brings it back for Michigan. Notches a 9.9 and erases the fall from Wojcik.
Emily Cook, last to go for Jenny Hansen and the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
This is an upgrade. She's going to do a Yurchenko tucked 1.5. Oh, awkward there on the landing. It looks like she couldn't quite get her shoulders over her knees for a perfect landing. Had to take a step backwards and a little bit off to the side.
Skylar Schulte on the floor for the Michigan State Spartans, career high 9.95.
And this is a fun one. She opens it up with a full twisting double back. Little funky there on the landing. She lunged out of it well, but her front foot moved, which shows a slight lack of control. Switch half to straddle full, straddle jump. Gorgeous positioning on those straddle jumps. Last pass for the fantastic freshman. She does a front through to a double tuck. Excellent landing. Skyla Schulte is just superb.
A massive reason why Michigan State is approaching top 10 in the country. Skyla Schulte, phenomenal freshman for Michigan State. Meanwhile, the team story, Michigan looking for its 26th Big Ten championship. Bev Plotke looking for her 25th. No coach, any sport, has that many Big Ten titles than Bev Plotke. What a story. Of course, your coach, as you see, Meredith Paula-Civic. What a story she's done as well. Both of those coaches outstanding. As we look at Meredith, though, Bev Plotke looking to win yet another Big Ten title.
All of the coaches on the floor, both this afternoon and this evening, truly have done remarkable things. These programs are just improving every single week, and that's what you want. You want a program to be competitive and that they can play in this conference, compete in this conference, and keep it interesting.
The Michigan fans, they've seen the score, 198.2. Last to go on the floor for the Spartans. Michigan State's Ashley Hoflick. What a fantastic senior season. This young lady already has a big-time job awaiting her.
She does. I was so impressed when I heard that Ashley Hoflick has a job lined up for herself. But she has been crucial for this Michigan State team. Huge double pike. Oh my gosh. I love watching Ashley Hoflick on floor.
Michigan State Spartans, even before the score from Hoflick, has passed Iowa and trails only Michigan. The Spartans delivering here in Columbus at the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships.
Second pass for Ashley, a 1.5 to a front layout. Beautiful job. Her knees looked a little soft in between those saltos, and she did a great job of remaining tight, making it through. Last pass for Ashley, it's a double tuck. Oh my goodness, spectacular. Ashley Hoflick, bravo.
She has had a 10 before, Ashley Hoflick, with a big-time performance. Michigan has won another Big Ten title. We'll be back to wrap it up from Columbus. Congratulations to the Wolverines. Michigan State a close second. What a day in Columbus. And we're not done. Right here on the Big Ten Network. The Michigan Wolverines have won their 26th Big Ten championship as they hold off Michigan State. Iowa hung a big score earlier today. They will finish with the bronze. Your top three teams, Michigan, Michigan State, and Iowa. Wendy Fallon from the Big Ten handing Michigan yet another trophy. They stack them like books on a bookshelf.
My gosh, check out the absolute elation on these young women's faces. What an evening, what excitement in this building, and no better place than to do it in the beautiful Covelli Center in Columbus.
The Michigan Wolverines, once again, your Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships, and that is indeed worth a kiss.
It absolutely is, and this is truly a win for everyone on the team. I wanted to wish a happy National Athletic Training Month to all of the athletic trainers across the country, specifically a big shout out to Lisa Haas, the athletic trainer for the University of Michigan. She's been there for 29 years. Amazing.
Key part of the success. That's why she always gets a ring when Michigan wins a title.
She does, and she gets the MVP normally at the team banquet, rightfully so.
And Michigan's Abbey High School as well, with a brilliant all-around performance and an all-around title at the Big Ten Women's Gymnastics Championships.
Talk about an athlete who has really come full circle. Abby came in to Michigan with a torn Achilles, recovering, and here she is coming out on top. What an accomplishment for this young woman. I'm so thrilled for her.
Take a look at the winner of the vault, Sierra Brooks, of course, the only 10 of the evening, and Sierra Brooks with the vault title.
Excellent stuff. So excited for Sierra Brooks to notch that perfect 10, win the title, and of course, bravo to Maya Hooten, Natalie Wojcik, Naomi Morrison, and Abbey High School for tying for second in that prestigious vault competition.
Take a look, Lexi Ramler along with Kobe Miller. Well done for the Buckeyes and Abbey High School. All three of them with 9.95s to take the uneven bars title.
Love seeing the mix of athletes there. Abbey High School, the leadoff on uneven bars, coming out with the bar title, proves that wherever you are in the lineup, you are crucial and you can come out on top. And Colby Miller, bravo to her. She was outstanding this evening, and all season she's been great.
Mia Takakawa, along with Lexi Ramler and Natalie Wojcik, the winners of the beam.
So exciting to see Mia Takakawa score carry from the first rotation so that she can come out on top. She's been outstanding this season, and I love seeing her get that title and recognition for all she's done as an Illini.
And the winner of the floor, Lauren Guerin from Iowa, Mia Hooten, and Abbey High School.
I couldn't ask for a better floor exercise podium to see those three women, three of the best floor workers in the country, and major props to Lauren Guerin for being lights out this afternoon and being recognized for her efforts this season on floor exercise.
No one in the entire conference has more Big Ten championships than the woman we are standing with now, the legendary Bev Plotke, 25 Big Ten titles. How's it feel to once again be the Big Ten champion, Bev?
Oh, this never gets old, Dean. It never gets old. I'm just so excited for these athletes and their performance tonight, and what an incredible championship, what incredible athletes this afternoon and this evening. Just a really awesome Big Ten this year.
Bev, it didn't come easy. There were not perfect routines across the board, but your team rallied together and made sure that they had each other's backs. Talk about that camaraderie to see this number on top.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, is having enough depth and enough trust and belief in your teammates that if somebody does have a little blip on the screen, that the next person just steps up and says, no problem, I got you. And so I'm really thrilled with the depth that we have this year and the way that they trust each other. Yeah,
your team, it's always about pick a star, any star. Tonight, Abbey High School wins the all-around.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled for her. And that's how it's been all season long. We have, 5 athletes capable of doing the all-around. Gabby is sitting out bars right now, a little bit of a strained shoulder, but, it could be any of them on any given day. So I'm really thrilled to see Abby being able to get in the spotlight for once.
And finally, Sierra's 10 on vault. Talk about that. I mean, that vault rotation was lights out, but Sierra with the 10, she's been unbelievable this season. What was that like?
Yeah, I'm so glad to see that vault rotation come back. We had the last couple weeks where it was not so stellar, so we've been working really hard there to get our confidence back in vault, and it showed up today. We get started out with Raina Gugino, and then the rest of the vault lineup was fabulous.
Congrats on the title. Good luck going for back-to-back national championships.
All right, thank you.
Bev Plotke, the legendary head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. 26 overall titles, 25 for Bev Plotke. Incredible success for the Michigan women's gymnastics. As we take a look at the coaches, the coach of the year, Mike Rowe from Michigan State, Skylar Schulte, the freshman of the year, and Sierra Brooks, the gymnast of the year.
I would say these are 3 of the most spot-on season awards I've ever seen. Mike Rowe has just taken Michigan State to new heights. Watching them come out here, not being in the tournament last weekend and being second at the Big Ten Championship. Skylar Schulte, my goodness, I don't have enough words and positive things to say about that young woman. Grateful we have 3 more years of her. And Sierra Brooks, we talked about her on vault today. So well deserved.
Congratulations, as Olivia Karras just said, to all 3 and the Michigan Wolverines, your Big Ten champions. Abbey High School wins the all-around. We'll try to talk to her when we return. What a great crowd here at the Cabelli Center, young and old, and our all-around winner from the University of Michigan, Abbey High School.
This is the most exciting moment. Honestly, I'm so proud of her. Look at these performances across the board. She is one of the best athletes in the NCAA, notching a 9.95 on bars. Share of the title. She is proof that you can go anywhere in the lineup and be successful, and I couldn't be more proud of her unconditionally.
As promised, we are with the all-around champion for Big Ten women's gymnastics. As you hear me say it, how's it sound, Abby?
Oh, honestly, I'm kind of shocked. People were over there telling me, like, hey, you won. I was like, oh, vault, maybe, bars, I don't know. They're like, no, you won the all-around. I was like, oh, my God, I wasn't even thinking about that. So shocked, but definitely pride in representing Block M and being able to pull out a win.
What does it mean to win the all-around in your senior Big Ten championship?
Oh my gosh, me and Nat were actually talking about, we're like, this is giving us freshman year Big Ten vibes, because we started on being freshman year, when we were warming up over there, and we're like, wow, this feels just like freshman year. So some similarities there, but definitely a really good way to go out.
Abbey High School, you're from Charlotte, North Carolina. You could pick any school. You went to Michigan. Talk about that decision.
You know, I wanted to go somewhere that challenged me a little bit, and I was familiar with all the schools in the SEC and around North Carolina, so I wanted to go somewhere different. And I had a couple teammates, and I obviously knew Liv for a very long time before I committed here, and I just fell in love with it, fell in love with the coaches, the campus, and everything, and I made the right choice.
Talk about how your team came together. It wasn't perfect across the board, but you all had each other's backs. What was that like, being out there all together and building up the team?
So we do better when we come into the meet trying to prove something. You know, we didn't win last year, and we did win nationals, so that was obviously a huge achievement. But, you know, it's nice to win regular season, win Big Tens, and then have that momentum going into nationals. So we came in with something to prove, and I think we did just that. And we just kept that mindset the whole meet, didn't get too ahead of ourselves, just stayed in the moment and brought home the win.
Last question, what will it take to go back-to-back as national champs?
Just what we did here today, you know, staying in our bubble, that's when we do best, and when we focus on ourselves and just taking it routine at a time and focusing on the little things, and the big picture will fall into place.
Abbey High School, you're once again a Big Ten champ and the all-around champ. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Congrats, kiddo.
Proud
of
Abbey
you.
High School, a smile that fits the performance for the Michigan Wolverines. Once again, your Big Ten champions for the 26th time, led by their legendary head coach, Bev Plotke. Michigan, once again, Olivia Karras, your alma mater, takes it home.
I am so proud of all of the teams this evening, and of course, as a Michigan alum, I do have some underlying bias for my alma mater, but let's not forget the 6 fantastic teams this afternoon, and what we saw today is groundbreaking for this sport.
The Michigan Wolverines with a first-place finish. Mike Rowe and Michigan State in second. Larissa Libby with a big score earlier today. They'll finish in third. Bev and her family celebrating yet another title. The winningest coach, any sport, any gender in the Big Ten Conference. A Big Ten champion trying to win it again. Quick final thought from Olivia Karras.
Final thought, if you're not watching NCAA gymnastics, I don't know what you're doing, because this is a perfect representation that this sport is only climbing high. So pay attention, tune in, and make notes of what you saw today for the future.
It has been great to have this seat all year next to you. Great to work with Jim and Jeff and our incredible crew with the Big Ten Network. Once again, Michigan is your Big Ten team champion. Abbey High School from Michigan is your all-around champion. Coming up tonight at 8 Eastern is the Big Ten Hockey Tournament Championship. Michigan and Minnesota from Minneapolis. Before that, Rick Piesel will get you set. For Olivia Karras, I'm Dean Linke. Good night for Columbus, for once again, Michigan is your champ.